and that empowered groups to shut them down and basically shut the Roman Empire down. So even though they expected Jesus Christ to come in as a king on a horse, to come in and shut down, deliver the Jews from the hand of the Roman Empire, he came in instead as a perfect lamb to deliver them from sin. But still, in the end, they were still delivered from the Roman Empire, but it wasn't directly from the hand of Jesus. And so right here, they're talking to Jesus by the Mount of Olives. And we know Jesus is coming back on the Mount of Olives. So this is a good time to find out what's going to happen. Now, tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of the coming and of the end of the age? You'll see the Bible is written in triples in a lot of ways. And this is not evidence for the Trinity, because I'm not going in that direction. But Jewish prose, you need to understand Jewish prose. The Bible was written by Jews. Amen. And it's based on Jewish prose. So you'll see the same idea written 3 times in about 3 different ways. Amen. And that's an advantage of understanding some Jewish culture. Because people get confused and they think, oh, they're 3 separate things. They're not 3 separate things. It's 3 facets on the exact same thing. Rephrase 3 different ways. Yeah. So if you keep that in mind, you'll understand. It's not talking about 3 things. It's talking about the same thing viewed in about 3 different perspectives. Because God knows we don't get it right the first time. So you might have to repeat it a second time. And you'll have to repeat it a third time, slightly different way, so we can get it. Because we know God knows people's heads, right? Amen. And we don't always get it the first time. So, the school teacher, what's 1 plus 1? What's 1 plus 1? You'll say the same thing maybe 3 different ways to help you get it. Right. So that's the point here. You'll see that pattern repeated over and over again in the Word of God. So tell us, when shall these things be, and what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the age? So what is preparation? So the apostles were asking these questions, thought that, okay, they knew that Jesus was going to leave, right? And when he left up in the clouds, they were still standing there thinking, oh yeah, well, he's going to go up there and hang out for a little while, and he's going to come right back and save us again from the Roman Empire. He's just coming back. He's going to hang out in the clouds for a little while. He's coming right back. Well, the angels had to tell him, no, he's not coming back, at least probably not in your lifetime. So they were wanting to know, since you're leaving, when are you going to come back, and what signs should we see in the sky? What signs should we look for to know that you're coming back? So they were having a private conversation with Jesus to find out this evidence. So there's a big comparison going on here. Jesus left at the Mount of Olives. He's coming back on the Mount of Olives. They would face the oppression of the Roman Empire back then. We face, it's a type and shadow now, we face the oppression of another type of world-dominating spirit that's going on right now. It's the same one that was trying to drive the Roman Empire to take over. It failed, but now it's trying again. We have the UN. They think they are the rebirth of the Roman Empire. They're trying to come back, and there's worldwide oppression going on. For example, through the internet. Whatever you say is being recorded. Amen. Voice recognition software is being applied to everything you say in every one of your conversations right now. You'll see, as evidence, you'll see these little devices. You can speak into Google. Google, what's going on? And then you can say any which way you want, and it'll type it out just the way you said it. So this artificial intelligence is being applied to your voice right now and everything you're saying right now. And tentatively they're saying, if you say bomb, that gets red flagged. If you say jihadist, you say terrorism, they say Washington, D.C., you say president, whatever you say, they are listening to everything you say. Everything you think you're saying in private shall be shouted from the rooftops. And what's the purpose of all this? That is so that there's evidence against you. Be careful what you say. It's being recorded. That is the long arm of the New World Order. That's the long arm of the UN. That's the long arm of the spirit that's moving upon this country. It's to monitor everything you do. They want to videotape everything you do. There are cameras everywhere. They're monitoring traffic, monitoring the streets. They all feed into the internet and being recorded on the internet. They want to know where you go. They monitor where you go with the GPS. And it's being sold to you as a service being Say, oh, it's free, so you can use maps so you can get around, right? And in the whole process, they're monitoring exactly where you're going. Again, evidence. It is for the indictment of you. You become a threat to the system. They're going to say, we got this evidence on you, we got that evidence on you, so you better shut up. If you pose a threat to the system, if you believe in Jesus, you're a threat to the system.
Right.
If you do not go along with the New World Order, which is propagating homosexuality, you are a threat to the New World Order. So be careful what you say. They'll even take it out of context. There are people that have been kicked out of positions because of evidence that was collected 10 years previously. And it's like, I don't remember saying that. How do you even see that? And it's because some camera caught them. Somebody recorded their voice, on and on and on. This is all evidence of the Spirit that's moving upon this earth. There are satellites in the sky picking up internet signals. They're monitoring the crops. They're monitoring your electric usage. They are monitoring everything you do where you go. If you go to Google Maps, you'll see a picture of the top of your house. It's green and nice and lush, and they're looking at you. They're watching you. Now, they can't see your detail of your face so well from a satellite so easily, but they can pick up your license plate number. There's evidence on and on and on and on. And they will say, oh, yeah, that's for your protection. It is not for your protection. They say, oh, that's to stop terrorism. Well, they could call it, anyone could be called a terrorist. The media could call anybody a terrorist. So again, this is all evidence that the kind of oppression that they were facing back then is coming back. And this is a very dreary, I don't mean to be dreary, because we have Jesus.
All right.
And God, Satan is the dog in God's chain. And he does dominate the world, but in the sense that we don't have pure mayhem, because if Satan had his way, we'd have pure out, killing in the streets, everything like that. So God has set forth limits on Satan on this earth. So it doesn't quite look like he's running it, but he still is, within the bounds of what God has set forth, within his bounds. And as society starting to decline, he's loosening the grip on Satan and letting him go a little crazier and let things start happening. The reach of man is starting to reach out greater through the UN, through all these technologies that I'm talking about. And so there's a spirit of the age coming upon us, and that's it. And so back to what I was talking about. So we're talking about the rise of the Roman government. Just like it was rising in this day, it is rising now. Matthew 24:4. And as Jesus answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. So there's a great degree of deception going on right now. There's false news going on right now. The lies can propagate so quick. People can gossip. They can make stuff up. The internet can spread lies really, 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 really fast. And everybody has a view of the end times, but a lot of them are carnal, and it has very little to do with the Word of God or rightly dividing the truth of God. And a lot of times it's carnal. They think, oh, we're Christians, it's so easy, and we're so blessed, and we're so insulated in this country that it's easy to believe that. I mean, there are people getting slaughtered in other countries for their beliefs. They're getting slaughtered because they're Jewish. They're getting slaughtered because they're Christians.